Happy morning, everyone. This video I decided to record and post for the members' benefit because often many members ask me, "What is this role? What should I do?" There are always this issue coming up and requests coming up from the members. So I decided to make a video and put for everyone's benefit. Any number of times you can visit and watch this video and understand what you should be doing for the respect particular role, whatever you are taking up. And we will cover below the list of the roles, whatever we have in any standard meeting. The timer role we have, word master we have, grammarian we have, R counter we have, then table topic master we have, speech evaluation we have, then we have general evaluation, project speeches, and master of ceremony. These are all the roles which will be taken up by different members for each meeting. But there are other two roles which are standard for all the meetings: sergeant at arms and the president. So that's why that I am not covering here, and they will be guided on that and separately, but because they will remain same for all the meetings till the tenure is there. And in but this will be changing meeting to meeting. The timer will be different, word master will be different, grammarian will be different, like all other roles also. The different members will be doing this role in each meeting. So the first and foremost role we have mentioned here is a timer, and what will make you as a timer successful timer? If you look at below, these are the points that should be covered by the timer. Number one is organize yourself. What it means, organize yourself, get ready for this well in advance. Not that 11th hour you come to a meeting, that time you'll inquire what you should be doing. Before the meeting day itself, you will understand what you need to do. That's what organize yourself. You are prepared well. You are prepared well. What I should be doing as timer. Then second point is operating timing devices. Now we have online meeting. Earlier we used to have the physical meeting, that we have the timing device as well as the color sheet that will be showing physically, but that will be light switching on green light and yellow light and then red light. But now that is not there. What you'll do is, instead of that, you can make your background the screen in this computer itself, whichever system you are using in Zoom. Then what we can do is, when the time the member has taken this allow time for green, it should open the green color. Let that green color be on till the speaker reaches next slab. That is, if it is a project speech like P1, it is 4 to 6 minutes. 4 will be green, and 5 will be amber yellow, and red will be 6. So what we need to do is, we'll be showing this green color start at 4, and it will be there till the member reaches 5. And the moment member reaches 5, we'll change it to yellow color, and it will remain as it is till the member reaches 6 minutes. The moment it becomes 6, then you change it to red color, and that will be shown till the member concludes his or her speech. Same way for even other projects. If it is 5 to 7 minutes, 5 green, and this is yellow, 6 is yellow, 7 is red. This will be following. For table topics, we'll have 1 minute green and 1.5 yellow and 2 minutes red. And for evaluations, we have 2 minutes green and 2.5 the yellow, and then we'll have 3 the red color. Okay, follow these timings in the screen itself. That's what organize yourself means. Set it right in your computer itself, in your Zoom platform, whatever you are login, and keep in your computer it's ready so that you can share the color. Okay. The next point that the timer has to take care of is operate the signal device at the appropriate time. So sometimes in the physical meeting, what we used to have, we'll have the bell also, because everything goes wrong, is not working, then we will use the bell. That's what it means. But that we will not be having in our Zoom meeting. Then this is also important. The timer has to explain for each segment what is the time that will be taken, as well as the break time. Okay, we'll have, suppose when the time is over, you need to maintain the time and come until the time is over. If a 10 minutes break, 10 minutes you should come. The timer has to be there well on time and remind the time is over. and we need to get ready for the meeting. That's the timer role. And this much is done. This fair enough for the timer. This much is enough fair enough for the timer. And then come to next role, that is word of the day, word master. What word master has to do is, first and foremost, you select your new or unfamiliar word. You select a new or unfamiliar word. The reason why we have this word master role is to increase our vocabulary, because vocabulary plays a vital role in our communications. If you do not have the list of words, then you will not be able to communicate. So we need to have good vocabulary. So what we do is, in Toastmasters, in the clubs, we introduce a new word, new or unfamiliar word, so that that becomes part of our vocabulary. Now, the new word, yes, may not be so easy, but at least we can bring out unfamiliar word to introduce. Okay. Then when you do that, these are all the things you need to consider. It should be easily adaptable in your daily life. Suppose you bring a word, a new word, unfamiliar, which run into such a long, lengthy, you cannot even pronounce it, and that is not right way. But introduce a word which are easily adaptable in our daily life. And what you have to do is spell the word when you come on the stage to do deliver your word master role. Spell the word, pronounce it well. Let everyone hear clearly what is that word is, and then this tell the spellings, tell the pronunciation, and what is the meaning of that word. Explain it clearly. Then after doing that, tell its form, the word's forms, because it may be noun, it may be verb, or it may be adjective, it may be adverb, whatever it is. You need to tell. Some words can be verb as well as a noun. This all possible. Tell that also. Then after doing all those things, what you can do is, you can tell two examples of it. Maybe one more thing you can add, from where the word has come. The origin of the word also you can explain. Suppose if the word has come from Latin or Greek, you can mention. Some words have come from even from India. You can mention from their word, from where the word came. So then you use this word, and make sentences, two sentences at least, example, two sentences you make, and that will be example for the audience sitting, and they will be using this sentence to use this word to make a sentence. So then you request all the members, please use this word throughout the meeting whenever you get a chance to speak, or whatever role you will be doing, and that you need to request as word master. Then after that, what you need to do is, you need to keep the record of this words used in the meeting, and also to write the name, the person who has used the word, how many times the word been used. Keep counting, maintain it, and observe who has used this word. And because somebody has used this word, means they are conscious about in the present situation, and they are doing it on the spot. So that's a good quality. So we need to have this recorded and report that at the end of the meeting. We will be asked to report it. The next comes to grammarian. What grammarian typically will do is not that grammarian role is like this. You come and find out all the mistakes of grammar and come and tell you did this like this, you did like this. No, that is not the grammarian role. Grammarian role here is observe the complete meeting and understand if good usage of there, and you will not point out any member. You will be reporting indirectly. Someone, you will have an indirect approach, like instead of telling direct approach. Suppose if I'm sitting as an audience, if suppose I did some role and I did something wrong. For example, I'm pronouncing Island instead of Island. So what we can do is, someone said Island instead of Island. It's indirect approach. Instead of telling Velu said instead of island, he said Island. No. Instead of telling this, you can tell someone said pronounce this word like Island instead of island. So that is how the grammarian should make the approach. Okay. And in the session, what all the things you will take care of, that I already explained to you, use indirect approach instead of pointing at a person or name. And then what you do is comment on good language used, and you also look for some good sentences used, good languages used during the meeting. You can come and appreciate and tell them and applaud and appreciate. Okay, these are all the good languages used. I really felt very happy about it. You can mention that. The next point here is common pronunciation. As I mentioned, this Island, whatever words which were wrongly pronounced, don't tell, point at anybody. Tell someone use this instead of that. This is the right pronunciation. So like that you can mention. Then you can also tell the sentence structure. Sometimes sentence structure itself will not be properly made. If something you can tell a better way to make the sentence structure, you can comment upon that. Then how about the correct usage? Yeah, that I already mentioned. Anything that you tell not done properly, you will tell how to do it properly. That's very, very important. Just telling this is not done well, this is not done well. Instead of leaving there, you will also tell the correct way to do it like this. So that's very important for grammarian. And what will happen here is when you do this grammarian role, something most important will happen. Important thing that will happen with you is your listening skill will improve, and your focus will improve. Your presence of mind will improve. Your attention power will improve. A lot of advantages and good things, even for the person who is taking up this grammarian role. It's not that we are taking this just as some role. It's a very important role. It's not at all negligible role. So what you need to do is give your 100% attention, write down everything on a paper, and at the end of the meeting, you'll be asked to report everything. You can report. Good. The next we'll have R counters report. What R counter typically will do is these are not good things if we use filler words in a for a good speaker. Filler words using is not at all good. For example, many people use this, that, that, very often use repeatedly, like 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 they use very often, like so they use very often. They repeat the words which without they being required in particular situation. So for that only we have this role, our counters. This also is a very important role to improve the listening skill and the observation skill of the members who are taking up this role. And what you need to do is observe every person whoever speaking, and how many hours they use, how many hums they use, how many so repeatedly use, how many that which are all irrelevant. If they use in relevantly every word, it's fine. But if we use redundant repeatedly, which are not required, repeatedly, some of the members, it's a common habit for them. So all those things will be noting down. Unlike grammarian, you can tell the name of the person here. See, there are a lot of words given here. For example, here, see, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, all right. Very often they use this all called filler words. You write in a log sheet, and maybe in a columnar way you can write all these sounds, the words, and also they use this side the speaker, particular speaker, and write how many times they used which filler words. See, this next sheet you can make clarify in a better way. Say like this. You can write on the top all the filler words, this side, and here the speakers and role players, whoever it is, and you can note down how many times they are using. Just put a line only, so that at the end of the meeting, when you are reporting, when you are called to report, you can just count and tell quickly. This is what all counter role. You can specifically tell the name of the person who has used what, and in this it is allowed, and it will not. The idea is we need to uh, become aware of using of these filler words, and our objective must be reduce it to the minimum or no filler words using in our communication. Even while I'm talking now, you will come across many times. I may use some filler words in the presentation also. So that is what we need to do. Next, the table topic master. What table topic master typically will do is, this is nothing but impromptu session. Why do we have impromptu session here in the meeting? Because known environment, everything planned well in advance. And if you are comfortable only doing that, and what about the something happens suddenly, accidentally? We never expect that to happen. Suddenly happens. How do we respond? So what we do is through this role we get practiced how to respond to unexpected situations, circumstances, whatever happens. Same way in table topics, what will happen is nothing but impromptu session. The table topic master will give a topic on the spot. The respective speaker must speak. Okay, 1 to 2 minutes, And what table topping master ensure, uh, or these are the things, you research, maybe research the topics or create the topics, but it should be short, easy to understand. Short and easy to understand is very important. And mention the purpose and timing rules of TT, the table topic says you need to tell the purpose of the session. Why the purpose of the session is to improve our impromptu skill. Skill, how do we respond for unexpected things? And what are the timing rules? The time allowed will be 1 to 2 minutes. For the speaker who speak for less than a minute and more than 2 minutes 30 seconds, he or she will be disqualified. To help the speaker, the timer will show the green color and completion of 1 minute, and yellow color and completion of 1 minute 30 seconds, and red color and completion of 2 minutes. And it will kept shown till the speaker completes his or her speech. So this timing rules must be mentioned by the this table topping master. Then what you need to do is, this is also very important. You need to read the topics twice loudly, like below format. Okay, tell the speaker name first. If it is a Toastmaster Velu, your topic is. Then you tell the topic 2 times. Your topic is eating junk food is bad. I repeat, eating junk food is bad. Then you tell the name again, Toastmaster Velu. This format we must maintain the TT master. Very important. Then ensure the segments on time. Encourage the participation of those without a role. First priority will be ensure that we do not have a role. And in our club, you know very well that what I do is I'll ensure everyone speaks. Everyone speaks most of the time. And I don't want anyone go without speaking in a meeting. So that's why somehow I manage it. So our first preference will be given for those who do not have a role. Okay. Next, we'll have a project evaluation. It is nothing but a feedback session wherein the respective evaluator will give the feedback to each speaker, respective speaker, project speaker, based on their own perception, their own understanding, as well as based on the project objectives, manual objectives. Two things they will consider, based on which they'll give their feedback. And what project evaluator must consider, these all the things, the way you do will be hallmark of the meetings. Because if you are too critic, too negative, it will bring a negative impact for whole meeting. So we should not be criticizing. Criticism or condemning or complaining about the speaker or speech, we will not be doing. We only look for in any and every speaker, what is the one thing good, what are the good things in a speaker, that will be our focus. So that is how the evaluation must start. So now what you need to do is, before the meeting starts, you need to understand your name is there in the agenda for particular speaker. Go and read the objectives. What are the objectives for this particular speaker? Even the we have panel moderator, they are circulating the objectives. So if they are not circulating, you can ask the panel moderator, you are not given the objectives, can you please post in the group? So then you can be, you know well in advance what are the objectives for particular project speech. Then listen to the speech carefully and take notes. I have put a format for notes in the next sheet, and you can note down the points for the speaker in that particular format. Listen to the speech carefully and take notes in the following format. In next sheet, it will come. Next slide. And speak to the speaker before you go up on the stage, because why it is important is, you can understand from the speaker anything else they want to know. For example, some speaker will be already very weak in grammar, or very weak in pronunciation, or very weak, they must be. And you should not tell you are not confident when you are coming and doing the evaluation, not at all. So better speak to the speaker, each speaker, before you do the take up the evaluation. That is ideal practice, and we used to do that. Okay. Next, brief areas for improvement in the manual, and that also you can understand what are the objectives in the manual, and then how to improve all those things. You can note down. There is a sheet, a format I put. You can refer that format for these points. When you go on stage, what you do is highlight the strength of the speaker first. The first and foremost thing is highlight the strength of the speaker. In what way they are great, and what are the things which you love the most in the speech, is very important. Then what you'll do, offer gentle feedback based on the project objectives. Gentle feedback, no criticism. Then motivate the speaker to work hard and improve, and then you'll hand over back to the MC. So the evaluation, there is no criticism. There is no complaining about. There is no pointing the weakness of the speaker. We will only uplift the speaker to do better next time. That's it, and we will not pull down their legs in the meeting. It's very important for evaluators. These points, this format we can use. What you do in your sheet, you write in the opening one bar all good things in the opening. You can write how good was the opening, and was there a quote, was there a story, was there action, is there attention grabbing element in the opening itself. Then what you do is keep noting down during the speech what are the good things you are finding in the speech. One, two, three, four. Maybe eye contact is good, body language is good, facial expression is good, whatever you can, language usage is good, and that the structure is good, whatever. And whatever you find not so okay, at times the speaker is looking down, so is not advisable. So all these negative things you write, but here you write as a negative points, but you will not narrate negative points when you deliver the your evaluation. You will tell points for improvements. That's all you will tell. Areas for improvements or points for improvements. We'll never use the word negative. But here note for notes we can use. And closing, how well the closing was done. That also you can, was there a call for action? Was there a message given to audience? All those things you can refer. Or was the closing was abrupt? And that you can mention right in the closing. When you come to the present your evaluation, you'll start with what is the good thing you liked in the speech, appreciate enough. Then you come to I have a couple of suggestions. Select only two or three, not but positive things still more. But the negative things, points for improvement. Select two or three suggestions maximum. Don't go too much until you can improve upon this. And finally, closing, appreciate and tell your speech will be great if you include these suggestions. All the best for next speech. Like that you can conclude the project evaluation. Then we have general evaluator. Unlike the project evaluation, general evaluation is evaluation for entire meeting, because every meeting will be conducted by different MC. So that's why we need to have every meeting this general evaluation. It is the evaluation for the entire meeting. What general evaluator will do is need to give specific suggestions for any role and every role if needed, if there is any improvement required, and it should be given for all the role plays. And whatever went well, appreciate that, telling that also. Whatever you liked in every segment, starting from Sergeant at Arms, whatever, President, everything general evaluator have to comment, has to comment and guide the evaluation team. And this is not we are doing. We have panel moderator to do the evaluations, so that will not be applicable here. Specific guidance to the speech evaluators. Speech evaluators, the general evaluator must comment, because if speech evaluator did not do positively, if they have said something which is not okay, and general evaluator must highlight. Ensure the evaluators understand the importance of his or her role, because if they do not know why they are doing the evaluations, it is the main purpose of evaluation to uplift the speaker and motivate them and guide them to improve upon. These are all the things very important. If these things they do not know, they straight away come and criticize. So that's why the evaluators must know what they should supposed to do. The panel moderator will take care of. Identify the strength of the evaluator and guide them to give better feedback to the speakers. So you can identify and tell how well they are did, and what are the suggestions for improvement for their own, even the evaluators to do better. That also the general evaluator must do. Speech project speech preparation. So this we had a separate session conducted. Every member, whenever you take up your project speeches, first of all read the manual objectives. Very important. Read the manual objectives. The project one, what are the objectives? Project two, what are the objectives? Then you select some suitable topics for the topic, for that objectives for particular project. Then after selecting, get in touch with your mentor. That's me. You can contact me anytime. If you have any doubt, I can clarify and help you to do that. And then after making your speech, rehearse it. The number of times you practice, more number of times, you will become good and confident in the delivering your speech. And then you give the best performance during the meeting. Then MC and the TM would role keep the audience engaged. Most important is keep the audience. MC must keep the audience engaged, because MC, master of ceremony, is like captain of the ship or pilot of the airplane, and you are riding this. It's like a journey. You are riding this this meeting. So That is why you are the most important person to must take care of the entire meeting and keep the audience engaged throughout the meeting. So what are the things MC must do? What are the things MC must do? Be on time. After meeting starts, some MC will come. No, you have to be on time, well in advance, so that you can catch up with a lot of whatever last moment changes, and keep up the time. And anybody is overshooting, you should control the time and come. Choose a simple theme and introduce in the beginning itself. That's these themes and all. Generally, I'm selecting and putting. So introduce the theme in the beginning itself. That is MC's duty. MC must do master of ceremony. Role players introduction. This meeting segment introduction. The role player introduction is very important. You need to edify them well. It's not that I think separately I've written one more. Yeah, edify I've written. Meeting segment also you need to introduce. Lead the applause every time the speaker, any role player does the role and goes, and you need to ask the members to do applaud. And this is very important. Then edify and introduce every role player and speaker is very important requirement for a MC. You need to introduce the role player. Don't tell just Cavalier so on so then into Toastmasters so on so no. We need to edify and tell what they are good at and uplift them and before they take up the role. You do not give any project speeches. You do not give in the opening. You will give your message. That's it. All other things, what you do is you will edify the role players and speeches. That's what in between and all you giving a lot of speeches is not required for MC. And do not evaluate the speeches also. You should not be evaluating the speeches. You need to only introduce and leave them. And finally, do not afraid to make the mistakes. Mistakes are part and parcel of our evolution growth. So be ready to commit mistakes and enjoy. Finally, the conclusion that I would like to tell is enjoy doing every role because we learn best in moments of enjoyment. We learn best in moments of enjoyment. It is a proved thing. So enjoy every role you take and you learn the best. So with this, we conclude this session. And anything else if further in it, you can be in touch with me. I'll be happy to help. Okay. Bye, everyone.